Happening now, more protests at Columbia University as pro-Palestinian supporters have been camping out on school grounds. This as the university has announced that all classes will be virtual today as Passover begins. CBS 2's Elijah Westbrook is live in Morningside Heights with more on what's taking place today. Elijah.
That's right. Good afternoon, Chris. Well, as you could likely see here behind me, police officers in this area are in full force, gearing up for what could come in the minutes, if not hours ahead. In fact, just moments ago, the NYPD wrapped up a press conference, and we learned about some of their efforts in keeping a sense of peace and calmness in this area. Let's take a listen.
Columbia University is private property, and so the nature of police action, what we can do, what we can't do, is very, very different on private property than it is on a public street. So if someone's in danger, as with any private property, we're going to go in. We're going to keep people safe, but absent some ongoing crime. We cannot just go onto Columbia campus as we see fit.
Now, at this time, we know at least 2 different protests are expected to happen any minute now right here on Broadway. I do want to step out of the way so you can get a sense of what's taking place right now. They're expected to walk off campus and meet right here on 116th Street. Chopper 2 flying above, showing the campus where dozens of tents are set up on the quad. And as we mentioned, this as classes remain virtual while the university figures out a plan to keep peace on campus. Protests for now the 6th day in a row continue, both on and off campus of Columbia University. This one here, in support of Israel, was meant to be a peaceful gathering, but a counter-protester made remarks that didn't sit well with the group, resulting in this heated exchange.
95% of Jewish people are Zionists. So if you don't want to be part of the Jewish tribe, you have the right to do so. But you are not the spokesperson of the Jewish people. These, all of them here, are...
I'm not a spokesperson of the Jewish people. Okay. I'm a spokesperson for what I believe in. Okay? Yeah. And I'm not comfortable.
Barricades, amped up police presence, and enhanced ID checks at entry points are just some of the security boosts taking place while demonstrations happen throughout the day. Students at Columbia have been told to attend classes virtually. Students who live off campus were encouraged to stay home. This as a pro-Palestinian encampment on the quad was built last Wednesday. A graduate student on the lawn told us they're protesting for Columbia to disinvest from Israel. They were forced to bring the encampment down by university leaders, but their efforts were short-lived after student protesters set them back up Sunday. More than 100 people have been arrested since the ongoing protests.
This is our lives and this is our safety, and a lot of Jewish students have gone home for Pesach. There aren't so many in there right now. Jewish students are petrified.
The Columbia University's president said, quote, during the coming days, a working group of deans, university administrators, and faculty members will try to bring this crisis to a resolution, adding there have been too many examples of intimidating and harassing behavior. Let's sit down and talk and argue and find ways to compromise on solutions. And right now, we want to take you back out here live, 116th Street and Broadway, where you could see police officers are out here showing their force. There's also a lot of media out here, of course, in preparation for what could come. Now, we've learned that Governor Kathy Hochul, she was here at Columbia University earlier this morning. She met with student leaders and university police to really just talk about providing a sense of calm and peace, as we mentioned earlier. But for right now, it does appear that things are relatively quiet at this moment. Of course, we'll continue to stay here at the scene and bring you the very latest. We're live right now from Morningside Heights. Elijah Westbrook, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Elijah, thank you. This all comes as the new school's president is expected to meet with student groups today to consider their request for financial transparency of the university's investments. About a dozen students took over the school's University Center on West 12th Street yesterday. They set up tents and made signs reading Gaza Solidarity Encampment. In an online post, the group says it's standing in solidarity with protesters at Columbia University. At Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut, dozens of people were arrested during a pro-Palestine demonstration on campus. New Haven police say their officers were called in to help campus police. About 45 people were taken into custody after they refused orders to leave the property. They're charged with criminal trespass. And we're told that after the arrest, about 200 protesters returned and blocked an intersection. No arrests from that demonstration have been reported as of yet.